Hello and welcome. The previous episode was the Samet Nangshe Viewpoint, as can be seen in this new clip. This was shot on the 7th day of our road trip in the morning. So it'll probably take half an hour to walk up here, from here down there. Charge you 30 baht, you'll pay 90 baht. And they'll give you a lift up in the tuk-tuk Land Rover. And that view, there's lots of Instagram opportunities in the calf. And in the afternoon we take another viewpoint located in a temple, Wat Tham Tapan. This is not your usual temple and is known as a haunted temple. We've just returned from the James Bond Rock tour. I think it was over this area here where we're now from. We've seen a couple of houses on the way up, and what a view they must have. Here I am driving from the fuel station forecourt near the Nangshe Viewpoint. I do like filling up the car in Thailand. At the moment it's subsidised by the government. It costs 1,000 baht to fill the tank. That'll put a smile on your face, a lot of driving miles. But if you're from the US, meh. The Thais love making sculptures from wood, stone, metal, old car parts, particularly horses, elephants and crocodiles. Also comic book figures, the Hulk, Transformers, tigers. The Thing, apes, the Hulk, and dinosaurs especially, but you won't see none of them at the haunted temple. This is a sculpture of the Predator. It's made by a Cambodian guy out of springs, balls, bits of cars. Very impressive, but can't get them in my suitcase. As you can see by Google Maps, we have to pass this temple to go to the hotel. But of course I do have to go there to pick my wife up. The maps will take you the 8-minute drive to the closest town. As I'd seen the viewpoint before on YouTube, I recognised the tower and made the right turn to the grounds in a free car park. This is Wat Tham Tapan, commonly called a haunted temple. Google Maps will try and direct you in opposite until you see it in your rear view mirror. There are many different figurines, but only a few tourists. Admission is free, only please leave a donation. The monk ties a red, yellow threaded bracelet onto your wrist. When he ties the thread, don't forget to make a wish. I'm not sure if it's a working temple. Feed the fish. That's what they call the forest fowl. When we came in, they were up the tree. Apparently they go up the trees at night time away from the predators. Out of the hundreds of temples I've seen in Thailand and Cambodia, this one is very unique. Listed as one of the few Buddhist heaven and hell temples. Interesting sculptures and figurines scattered all over, and a brave stair climb to great views of the mountainous region. And what I was not expecting is a cave with a stream running through it. In this part here we can grab a cold drink and some ice cream. It looks like a gift shop, but it's not. Inside you have a couple of Buddhist statues, prayer mats, and it's a place for offerings and donations to the Buddha. But over in the right corner, that's a stairway to the heavenly viewpoint. Well, this is a staircase. It looks like branches for the handrails and bark for the steps, but it's actually moulded concrete. and we've seen moulded concrete boardwalks in the mangrove forests, and most of them were broken half a line on the bottom of the sand. So you just have to hope that they've used rebar. And also be very careful coming here in the wet season. There's a lot of leaves lying underfoot. So if you're from one of those countries like myself where health and safety is a big issue, it's not really the case here in Thailand. But then again, there's a lot less stupid people in Thailand than there is in the UK. The staircase that goes higher up was to a taller vantage point. This used to be manned by a chatty monk before COVID. It looks like in them few years after COVID, the jungle has just reclaimed it. This one's a dead end, maybe an old sign, but advertise the place is overgrown with trees now. And there's a temple from this side. All of paintwork and fancy works on the side that reaches out to the road. As you will notice, the viewpoint is perched on top of the limestone rock formation. So this is the penultimate floor. A nice bit of shade before you hit the sun on the top floor. And a cool marble bench to sit on. But the balcony, if you notice, it's the narrowest breeze block I've ever seen. And we won't be leaning against that. There's two Buddhas. This is in the floor below the cherry. The cherry's up the height. So the view's getting lower. And you've got seats and benches here. And you need them just to break it up like. That's that t-shirt, that one's changing. So like I explained in an earlier episode, Phang Nga once looked like this, and you could walk from here over to Phuket. But over time, the seas came in and formed the bay. So it looks like an elaborate Buddhist temple tower, but it's just concrete and rebar and touching up the outsides. This is a big cherry on the very top. So we saw this when we came in up the hillside. So I knew it was one place that I hadn't been. So if you're scared of heights, don't come up here. And I don't think we should be bringing kids unless they're teenagers up here. As the staircase can be tiring and you've got to keep a firm hold. Watch your step, watch your footing. I know some kids be too busy on other things. That's a nice view. Like the shapes of the mountains. Look at that this morning on the other side of the bay from the viewpoint. See, they're like hills and mountains but just covered with forest. And obviously we're on one of those mountains on the side of it. Very top there you can see there's a radio antenna. So we're in, there's a monk guy who's sat here meditating on his phone, and nobody asked for payment or a ticket office, so we're just going to follow the icons around. I'm just telling you which way to go. We'll start off here. And again, watch your head. We found it once. The Wat Tham Tapan temple in Phang Nga is not for the faint-hearted. A section of the temple grounds has been reserved with an array of statues depicting Buddhist hell. Some of the statues are truly horrifying and may give you the creeps. The lights off up here. yesterday. Lights coming in. Drain pipe curtains. Well, the sun just flew out. That might have been a big bat. So from the path which represents heaven, you will see a dragon. By entering the dragon's mouth and going through the long winding body, if nobody's been in front of you, there will be some bats to chase out. I would imagine you exit from what can only be the anus or the vagina of the dragon, and you're into Hell's Kitchen. But there's no monkeys or dogs on the menu here. This isn't Springfield. And we're out. That's a Heaven and Hell temple, so dragons come out the rock. There's one of the dragon's feet. Probably class has been too gruesome and horrific. Keep the children there on the straight and narrow. But really, my kids growing up, and video games were a lot more graphic than this. I think my son's just getting a reboot game called Dead Star, and he's 30-year-old, he's frightened to play it. And that video game was Dead Space. Some medieval magician's act gone on. It's all various forms of torture. This is the Buddhist hell. Getting boiled in the pot. So as part of most religious cultures, if there's a heaven, there's a hell. And we spotted one Asian family here going around, and it looked like the parents were reciting ghost stories, and we just walked by. But in the West, the children are conditioned differently, and when my kids played video games, and still do, and they're quite gory and horrifying, and they would love this. They'd come here and take more photographs here and videos and selfies here than anywhere else. Well, that's a funny one, isn't it? I mean, he's getting away across some spiky cactus. And it looks like Buddhist hell doesn't favour the white guy too much. All of the victims are white. So it's entrance and exit, or entrance and exit through the dragon. So probably best to go down the dragon. That's a wrap on the hill section, or is it? We were going to see the cave temple the next year, and we still will do that, but we're not expecting a cave here. Inside the cave is a bridge called the Dragon Bridge that spans hell.
More historic coast, historic moats.
A little other direction just says cave. This must be it. The path leads you deep inside, of which the attractions include a waterfall, a stream, the Diamond Dharma meditation area, and icicle-like deposits of calcium carbonate, stalactites and stalagmites, shaped by nature and said to resemble a castle, a three-peaked cherry, and a 1,000-year-old stone turtle. However, you will need a torch to see these. So this limestone deposit to me looks like Rupert the Bear with his southwester on the rough sea and a fishing trawler. But it's up to your imagination. It's a guy called Paddy does the video vlogs when the COVID lockdown was on. It was just great. I was coming to these places and there was no tourists, which hasn't been the case since we've been here. But we are the only people we've seen, and there's one of that corner car park, but that could be the monks. And somebody's not coming in any further. Oh, we've got a light. It's a light. There's a lamp. A few things I forgot to pack on this trip. Was just a last minute rush to put everything together. One was a torch. Without flattening the battery on my phone. That's not too bad. Yeah, there's a bit of daylight comes through. You can see the rock faces of the wall. The view looking back from the bridge, the first bridge, is very nice, as you can see here. However, when you turn round, you're into the darkness. It's probably the darkest tunnel I've been in, well, since my birthday. It's a concrete bridge with a rusty bar. It's like a hard, I must say sand, it must be like slushy cement. Walking over. I was like talking about the cost of energy now, and there's just one attraction of the, what's more like a theme park, this temple. You've got to keep these lights on all the time. The blackbirds have come in a good few hundred metres and they'll congregate around the lights, so there must be bugs and food for them there to munch on. We didn't go up close inspection to see what we're walking on or standing by, just didn't touch the rocks or anything. There's something there, you know. It's not a bat, but it's a bird. Sat there in the light. Like a blackbird standing. She sees it, she'll freak out. And with this bridge, taking a photograph with the flash, you can see how good it is and when it's safe to cross. Although looking at the photo on your phone doesn't really give you a good look at the structure of it. But this is a dry season, and I wouldn't want to be in here in the rainy season. But the best part of this cave is, it's 36 degrees outside, and it's pretty cool in here. I would say about 17 or 18. Maybe that's another reason why the birds is in here for a drink as well. I'm not sure if it goes on any further. That's a moat. So you have a place of worship at the entrance to the cave. And here I would say maybe 15-20 minutes in, you've got another monastery set up, and this is popular. Though we were down there and nobody else came in. This looks like a bit of a temple worshipping place. And there's the Buddha. And there's two Buddhas. You want to see them, duck your head. There's a green one. And there's a long bridge over here. It comes through, it's partly dark. It's wet under your feet like the damp, like cement, muddy stuff that's coming down. And you hear the water dripping all the time. So I'm gonna shine my camera down there, my phone. There's the missus down there. You probably wouldn't notice the water dripping. This temple is ranked number 4 in the tourist attractions in Phang Nga. Though it has more of a theme park feel about it. So why not have the staff get into character and dress up with the face makeup? Zombies is always a good one. Just to come up and tap you on the shoulder every few minutes when you're walking through the cave. That would work. Or as a living statue around the theme park. This is a long bridge that crosses like a bit of a ravine. And as here you can see the water glistening off the wall. And drones are really clever these days. I'm sure you could get one dressed up as a large vampire bat and be zipping around you when you're walking through the cave. There's more to say, of course, than the hellish scenery. There's a heaven, and fortunately the temple grounds have nice Buddha and Indian god statues. Although the tunnel through the dragon's body will lead you into hell. So it'll be a personal choice whether to take that trip through the dragon or just walk around the very beautiful park. It's a good sized Buddha. I mean, I'll be lucky to reach up to the steering wheel there in the centre. So a mixed review on the whole place. I thought it was great. The wife thought it was gory and very anxious on the way around. But there are many nice trees and places to sit and enjoy an ice cream. The tranquility and the peace. I think it's worth a visit. Although the trees bear enduring fruit could have been best planted in the hill section, as I was later to find out firsthand why the Thais call it the deadly fruit. This nice wooded area, walk around and just find these things. There's no actual map. We're hitting hottest time of the day, so it's back to our hotel, the Crew now. Our last night there, and tomorrow we'll take on a local attraction on the way to the Krabi province. And it's a cave temple. Yes, I know, but this one's been swept out, and it has modern lighting. There's a great many things to see in Phang Nga. The national forest is just south of us, heading towards the bay. There's many waterfalls around, but in the dry season they'll be switched off. However, I found out later that the Krabi province that we're heading to, they're fed by higher mountains and they do get a flow of water. Also going to our third and final pre-booked hotel, which is a resort by the lake and a very nice beach. Do hit that like button and please subscribe.